Hi guys, welcome back. Or I guess I'm the one that is back. I've been MIA and I do apologize. Just excuse me, just had a lot going on, and to be quite honest, I just haven't felt like crafting at all. Um, this is the first time in my craft room in probably 2 months, maybe even longer. So I don't know where half of my stuff is. My Fabri-Tac glue is completely solid almost, and I can't find the nail polish, the acetone, to be able to put that in there to get that flowing. Then the other thing that I use my Barely Art glue in, I found the base. I don't know where my glue is. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be one of those kind of days, but I figured if I didn't go ahead and record something, then it's going to just be easier and easier to keep putting it off. Well, I say I haven't been crafting anything. I have crafted a little bit in the last day or so, just getting some stuff ready. I've got to finish these up. These are like little note cards. So I've got to finish those up. I've made a couple of journals, one for my granddaughter, Lena. Everybody tell Lena happy birthday. She will be 11 tomorrow, and she watches Mamaw's channel. So make sure you tell Lena happy birthday. And also, if you guys will say hello to Elena. Elena is another one of my granddaughters. She is 5, and she's the one that's been having the health issues. And Elena has learned how to scan the QR code for my website and get on, and she watches my videos too. So y'all make sure to tell them hello in the comments. That would tickle me to death. So today, I think what I'm going to do, I am just going to do a couple of the, well, I say I'm going to do a couple, but as long as it's been since I've done anything, it's probably going to take me forever to get something done. So what I think I'm going to do is I want to do an altered composition book, and I'm just doing the half size altered composition book because quite honestly, I don't know where all of my larger ones are. I have cleaned up a lot of stuff. I've put a lot of stuff in storage, and I just don't know where stuff is. So that is the plan. Now I'm thinking about this paper collection here. I don't even know where or when I got this paper collection. Y'all will see my nasty desk, but I had to zoom out, so I'll just have to deal with it. It's from Mente Papers, and it said, I think I saw somewhere where it said 2022. So I don't even know where I got it from. It is Merry Little Christmas. And so it does have some nice cut aparts and stuff. So I figure this is what we will use maybe to cover this. And I just dropped the thing down. So I'm not going to cut any of this out because, to be quite honest, I hate doing the editing and I hate cutting stuff out. So y'all are just, if you don't like watching part of it, just fast forward through it. I'll see what, we can get done today. And I will try to get this all in one video, but if not, it will be in 2. And I'm saying that I'll try. I just don't know how long the video is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and record the whole thing today, I'm hoping, as long as, my energy stays up. I do have, tonight the local fair, or the fair is in town until one day next week, I think. And so tonight is what they call carload night. So there's a bunch of us going to the fair tonight. My son that is in the Army, who lives in Kansas now, is actually down. They got down almost a week ago. And so I got to meet my little granddaughter for the first time. She is now 2 months old. Beautiful. But of course, her mama and daddy are beautiful too. So there's no way the little thing couldn't be beautiful. So I did get to meet her. And I have been working with my 3D printer. I actually own several of them now. I know I had posted like a little short. I think it was a short. I really don't remember when my first one was coming in. And I was like, I'll do an update, let you guys know how I like it. Well, long story short, I love it. And I've bought a couple more. And I've had a few craft fairs that have done really, really well. So I'm very pleased about that. And then I've bought one for my fourth daughter, who is Elena's mom. I bought one for her so that she could try and make some little extra money on the side. And she has done some amazing prints. So that has been fun to see what else she does. All right, so I've just done tape on the front and back cover for right now. And so because my glue situation is all messed up, I'm going to have to use this glue. I hope this does good. I've not really used it for this kind of project before, but this is all I got right now, folks. So we just going to have to roll with it. I'm thinking I want to use this as the cover, this red and white. So let's do that. And I don't know if I want to measure this. I normally like to do a no measure, but I may just do like a quick measure so that I can kind of conserve or whatever as much of this paper as possible, because that's all I have of it. So it is not quite 5 by not quite 7. So what I can do, if I can find my paper trimmer, I can, let's see, if I cut it like 6, if I cut it like 6 wide, and guys, it's like I'm starting all over again. All right, I'm going to cut this at 6 wide. And then I set it 7. So if I done it at, let's do 8. I think that'll give us enough room to work with. So we'll do it at 6 by 8, and hopefully that will work. Let's see. I normally just cover it and then cut, but yeah, that's going to work. So let's go ahead and see if I have something I can remove this with. All right, so I'm going to remove this tape backing. And this is the, I don't know how to say the name, Sookwing tape. I get it off of Amazon. I love this tape. And it should be linked in my Amazon storefront. I have tried to keep that updated. I know I put a bunch of my 3D favorites on there the other day. So hopefully I've kept all of the other stuff updated as well. All right, we're going to try this glue because my Fabri-Tac, I mean, I've got this, but I just don't know if it's going to squeeze out of this one. Let's see. We'll try it. Yeah, it looks like this will. So let's use it. It's just not as thin of a line as I would like, but hey, at least I can use it. All right, so I am going to take this and I want to line it up as close to that black spine as I can. And I don't want to go over it if at all possible. There we go. And that looks pretty decent. And so I'm just going to, this is different than how I normally do my cover. So I am having to figure it out because, like I said, I normally just, I don't do any measuring. And I'm not even going to say that I measured just now because I basically just made it, you know, big enough to be able to fold over. And but because I am wanting to be a little cognizant of the papers that I have and how much I have, I need to be careful. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to cut this little corner off. Now, I don't know. We're just going to cut it like this for now. I normally do it a little bit different, but this is a rounded corner, which is fine. And I will round it later. Let's see how that's going to look. Yeah, that's going to look good. So let's do this. Let's take some tape and put along these edges. That may be too wide. Let's see, do I have any thinner tape? If there's some in this, this will work. Well, there's none in it, it don't look like. Huh. I know I have thinner tape. Let me grab some. I do know where that is, believe it or not. Which is hard to believe. It's not much thinner though. Huh. Okay, well, we're going to try and use it. If I can figure out where it's done at. See guys, this is what happens when you don't craft forever. I don't know, you lose brain cells or something, I think. And you know what I do see? I see one of these. We are going to attempt to put my Fabri-Tac in here so that we can use this maybe. Let's hope and pray. Because I really need to use the Fabri-Tac, but these big bottles kill my hands. So maybe this will work. Oh, Betty Renfro. Y'all see what I'm doing? I'm just like making a mess. Okay, well, we got that in there. We're going to see how that works for us, and hopefully it will. Hopefully that will work just fine. I don't know if the Fabri-Tac is too thick for that or not, but we're going to find out. All right, where were we? All right, let's put this tape down. I think this is about the same size as the other, but I don't know. In my mind, I'm thinking it's smaller, so that's what we're going to go with. And it's fine, except for that one little piece right there. This piece is a little more narrow than the other, so, but it'll be okay. And we'll put that like that. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to peel this up. And let's glue this down. Let's see how this works. Everybody hold your breath. It works. It's almost too thin of a line coming out, but hey, we're getting it. It works. We're going to use it. All right, and then we're just going to burnish this down. There we go. And now we're going to do this part here. Maybe. All right, and then we will put some glue on this. And I just like to do the glue and the tape. It just makes me feel a little bit more secure. I'm sure if you didn't have one or the other, you would be just fine using one versus using, you know, both the wet glue and the tape. And I'm sure that Tombow Mono would probably have worked, but at least on the cover, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac, I think. Well, obviously I did. Then we will cover the back, and then I need to figure out what I want to go for the inside covers, because I'm not sure. I have my Echo Park papers that I could have used, but I saw that Mente paper and I just wanted to use it because obviously it's been sitting there for a while now. And we will get our corner chomper later and we will brown that. So do I want the back to be the same? I'm thinking I do. So let's go ahead and cut another little piece for the back. And I think I had done it at 6 by 8. So the biggest thing we're doing cutting is that branding strip off right now. So there's the 6. And let's do the 8. I was about to cut it at 9, which that would have been fine, but it would have been kind of wasting it a little bit. All right, so now we're going to do the same exact thing on the back that we did on the front. Just going to get this off. And the silk wing tape, it's very easy to get the little backing paper off. That little roll that I just used was not the silk wing. It was some other kind on Amazon. It sticks really good. It's a good tape, but it is a little more difficult to get the backing off. And I don't know, when I'm in these things, I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time fighting with the backing. So for this back, I'm going to use the glue out of the big bottle, because could you imagine how long it would take me to get it out of that little bottle? Way longer than I would want to spend. All right, so now we're just going to, same thing, just going to get it as close to that spine area. And there we go. All right, now it looks like I got that a little more even in the placement of it. Just gonna score it right alongside of it to try and make it a little easier to fold. And this helps get it ready to go that way. And it will also help me know exactly where I need to cut. I need to clean my scissors and how many of you guys have went through a slump lately where you just really didn't feel like crafting or whatever, you know, hobby you have, or I don't know what the deal is. It's just, I just really didn't have any, and it's like I don't even feel creative. You guys know I do the digital designs, and I cannot tell you how many almost completed designs I've got done, not done, that I've got that are so close to being done and ready to put in my Etsy store, but I'll get like 80 or 90% done with the collection kit, and then it's just, I'm done. It's like I cannot, for the life of me, I can't figure out what to do next. And no idea. I mean, I've tried to work through it and keep designing, but it's just, I've not designed anything new that I've been able to release. I've designed a few things that, like I said, I've got very close to being done, and then that's it. So I need to just push myself and just make myself go ahead and do it and get it done. Because I'm sure once I get something done and published it, you know, maybe the maybe it'll come back and I'll feel like doing it more, but I know like lately it hasn't been there. Now I will say this, I did get my e-club kit in yesterday, and oh yeah, I am actually looking forward to using that. It was a very, very, very nice kit. So I will be doing a video on that. If you do not, if you are not subscribed to the e-club kit, I think they only have like a certain amount of spaces, and so if they're full, you have to wait until somebody drops out before you can sign up. But if I were you, I'd get on that wait list because, oh, they're nice. All right, so now we need to figure out what we are going to put as our inside inside cover, the front and the back. I'm just trying to get this trash off. Let's see. I do not know. So those are like, this would be cute. Like I could do like this part and this part. Let's see what we would need, because now on this we are going to need to measure. So I need this to be, it's right at 5, so I could do 4 3/4, and then I don't really want to get it all the way up to the spine, but then again I do. So I could do 4 3/4 and 7 3/4. Let's see what that does. So let me grab my cutting board again, and let's see. So 4 3/4 would be there, and then 7 1/4. Let's see, 7 1/4. That would look good. I'm probably not in frame. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, it's been so long since I've done it, I'm out of touch. I think that would look good. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's going to work. I'll round some of the corners. Now let's do this. Let me cut the branding strip off of this. All right, so I want this to be 4 3/4. And then I want this to be 7 1/4. Now the hard part on this is going to be deciding which one I want to be front and which one I want to be back. And I don't know. So let's figure it out. I think I want this in my front. Look how cute. Okay, that is gorgeous. I am going to round the 2 outside corners. And I need to round these. This is the 1/2 inch side of my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomp, and it's perfect for the corner of those little notebooks. Oh, that is so cute. Look at that. Okay, we are going to glue this down, and I am going to use my big thing of Fabri-Tac, I think, because that's a lot of space to glue down, and I don't feel like being here for an hour trying to glue it down with that little bitty one. So I'm just getting some glue on it. Put the lid on that because I don't want that to dry out right now. I mean, I don't ever want it to, but especially right now. And I'm just trying to get this even. There we go. That is so cute. I love it. All right, now I'm going to try and scrape some of that glue all the way to the edges. Look how cute. Wow. Okay, now we need to do this back side. Why is this not gluing down? I put Fabri-Tac on it. All right, so I need to round these corners. And I also need to round these. Okay. Now let's see, how does this look? Oh yeah, that's going to be so cute. That one's not working, Betty Renfrew. You know that. All right, let's glue this one down. And probably what we'll finish, maybe we'll maybe put, we'll try to do the dividers in here, and then in tomorrow's video, yes, I will have a video for tomorrow. Ha! We will finish like embellishing everything. That is so cute. That is adorable. I love that. Okay, now let's see. What do we want to use for our divider pages? Oh, that would be pretty. We could use one of those as a divider. I want maybe 2 dividers. So let's see. I'm thinking this one maybe. I'm not sure. Now on this, do I want to, normally what I do is I'll just glue the paper down and then cut around it. I don't know that I want to do that this time, but I'm thinking it's going to be difficult for me to line it up. So that may be what I need to do, is to glue the paper down. So I'm going to glue this down. I'm not going to go all the way to that edge because I'm afraid it will get damaged. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one right here on this first page. Because I want to have a pocket and all that good stuff. So I am just putting some glue down. Normally I tape this as well, but since I am using my Fabri-Tac, I think it will be fine to just glue it, I hope. And I'm going to try and get that as close to lined up as I can. I think that's got it, so that way I only have to cut around the 2 pieces of the paper. That's going to be fun, but we're going to try it. Where are these? Okay, so nope, I am going to have to cut around that as well. So these are my Tim Holtz scissors, and I am going to attempt to just cut right along that paper. Now, if you're good at measuring and putting stuff down after you've measured, it might be easier on this part here to measure and cut. It is not a strong point of mine. So, because I know that, I am not even going to attempt it. So I'm just trying my hardest to stay as straight as I possibly can. I think I've done pretty decent, actually. I do need to trim this up right here, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. We're gonna attempt it. If it's on that corner where it's hard to see. I think we're getting it. Yeah. Just a little piece right here. There we go. And I think that looks pretty good. It does. Wow. I'm a little shocked. All right, so we need to do the same thing on this side. So let me trim this bottom piece off so that I can line up the edge of the paper there. All right, so this will need to go right here. All right, let's glue it down. Let's see what we do. We shall see. Hold your breath, everybody, because I'm not sure. I mean, I used to do these so much that I could just about do them with my eyes closed. And then, like I said, I just stopped messing with the stuff. And so now I feel like I'm at a disadvantage, like learning it all over again almost. All right, that looks pretty good. Now let's cut this. Try and cut it neat if I possibly can. And on this notebook, I did not remove any pages and I did not glue any pages together. I could have done either, or, you know, do like I've done and just leave it. This is not a notebook that's going to be getting a lot of use. You know, it's probably just going to be used for the Christmas season, and then it'll be, you know, put up for the next year. So there really was no need to reinforce pages or take out pages, nothing like that. So I am fine with it like that. All right, let's do maybe one more divider. Do we want one more or two more? We might want two more dividers. Yeah, we might. Let's just, and I don't worry about where it is. I'm just kind of grabbing some pages and that's where we're going to do it at. And I think I'm going to do this. So let's do the same thing. Let's glue this down. Now you could make your front and back page different, or do it like I'm doing, make it the same. I have seen some that they only cover one side of their paper whenever they're making the dividers. It's all personal preference, whichever you prefer. I do like to cover both sides because I feel like it gives my my tab pages a little bit more stability, which in this one you might not would even need that stability if you're not planning, you know, this is not one of the notebooks that I would use all the time. As I've told you guys before, I use an altered composition book all the time. I have a shelf of my used up altered composition books because I use them, what would you call it? It's where, it's not like my planner, but it's like whatever is on my mind that I need to get written down somewhere, it gets put into the altered composition notebook that I'm using at the time. And then I can go back and update my regular planner. Maybe like an everything journal, or I don't even know what you would call it, but I just put everything in it. If I know that I have something coming up, you know, and I don't, because I don't tote my Hobonichi around all the time, but I always have one of the altered composition notebooks, whether it's one of the minis or the half size or the full size, I always have at least one notebook with me pretty much all the time. And so that's why I use them. Like, look at me. So used to using that. I've got to find my acetone because it's killing me. And then there's a piece of globby glue, and I see a gnat flying around me. All right, let's see if we can get this one halfway decent, and we'll do one more, and then we'll call the video done for today. All right, just trying to line it up, because the less cutting I have to do, the better. All right, let's see how bad I done. Look at what I done, guys. Oh well, it's on there now. I meant to have this side facing, I wanted it to be the same on both sides, but nope. Somebody wasn't thinking, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm going to just say I meant to do that. That's my story, and I'm going to stick with it. I meant to have that different side on it. Not really, but who will know? Unless y'all tell them. So don't say anything. Let people think I meant to do it. All right. Now let's put one more. And save your scraps, because we're going to use those for the pockets and all that good stuff. But right now, I need another full sheet. And let's see. What do we want? What do we want? Wonder how this would look if I not necessarily use the same that I used on the front and back cover. I'm dropping all kinds of stuff. Let me take the branding strip off of this. And if I put this, let's go back here. I think that would look okay. It wouldn't be quite so obvious that it was a wreath, I don't think. Like, who cares if it does? We're going to do it. I think it'll look cute. Because I wouldn't use that wreath it's too big to use for anything else. And I've already used the one sheet that I was using the back of it for my covers. So I'm not going to waste it, and I'm not going to just save it to try and figure out what I can do with it. Let's see. Let's put this one. I'm going to go right there. Like that. And squeezing that glue all around. Did we get it decent? Oh, we got that pretty good. Look at that. Yes. I done pretty good with that one, if I say so myself. Now let's see how we can do on this part. All right. Keep it straight. Ah, you're getting off. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Because see, it don't even look like the, it doesn't look like a wreath on that. I do need to put some more. Lord help me. I do need to put a little bit more glue because I didn't get enough. And I don't want, all right, I put the paper closer to the edge than I was expecting to. All right. Now we need to get that glue off of there because I'm going to stick my pages together if I don't. Now we need to do the back side, and I need to remember if I want that on the back side. Pay attention to what I'm doing. All right. Let's get this one down, and then I will end this video for today for you guys, but then it'll be tomorrow before I come right back for y'all. But I'm just going to keep on going and go ahead and get this finished, because if I don't, then I'm afraid I will not get it done. I'll just put it off. All right, that looks pretty decent. Since I did thankfully get it, look at that, I did mess up on my cutting. But we will have to put something there to take care of that. And we can do that in the next video. But right now, we just want to have all of this on there. All right, let's trim this up just a little bit because I can see that I did not cut that as good as I thought I did. I was thinking I had cut it pretty decent, but it's obvious I didn't. Okay. I think that looks good. Let's see what it looks like so far. So this is what we've got. Oh, look at that. And we've got a tab there, a tab there, a tab there, and then we have our back. All right, guys, so tomorrow's video will be decorating. Got to figure out what we're going to do to the cover, how we want to do the tabs. We need to get some embellishments. Yep, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.